Welcome to
Get down to business. Yeah, we get down to business. If you hear the elephant, focus on legacy building. This the show that you need. You want a business? Follow me. Black business owners repping for the DMV. Natasha, YGT, Denise, and Sean here to help. Invest in yourself, building generational wealth, information and insight. Take your business to new heights. So tune in, don't you miss it. It's time to get down to business. Let's go.
Well, welcome to Get Down to Business. My name is Natasha Ward.
I'm Sean Mike Wilson. Are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
Well, let's get ready to get down to business.
Hey, let's get down to business this week. What we're talking about is, being unveiling
The
vision,
Yes.
and overcoming.
Trials and bringing ideas to life.
Hey, now, how many of you all out there have ever had a vision, ever had a dream or idea, and for whatever reason, you just wasn't able to bring it to pass?
That can happen a lot. I think it's all due to your mindset.
Mindset, your passion, because even when things get tough, you're gonna need passion, things that you love to do.
Yep.
Even when people say no, shut doors in your face. Or hold up, or promise you things and then flipping, change. So you still have to be able to keep going.
Yeah, that happens a lot too.
So you got to be persistent.
Yes, but also we talked about this on a previous show. Having a vision.
Oh, a vision. Yeah, that is biblical. A person without a vision, they can perish, right?
Yes, having a plan.
Having a plan, then work your plan.
Have to work. That's the
Hey, work it. Yes. So that creativity and uniqueness, because you can have an idea. The only thing that's going to separate you from other people is you have to have something unique there. Just like you may see plenty of hamburgers. McDonald's is still around, but then you had Wendy's to come out with a real beef burger, right? Then you have a place like, what is it, Habit, or what is the Five Guys? I'm just saying, it's different burgers, but you have to have something unique to be to have people walk into your doors.
Then I would say also add on determination too. Be determined to get the job done.
So that sounds determined. No, because when the road gets tough, I'm saying you may have to be singing those songs to yourself, because what's gonna make you get out of bed? When people say no, and when you thought you had that client or that big deal, and all of a sudden they like, hey, we gonna go with somebody else. What's gonna keep a person keep going? And a lot of times, the reason why we don't see the things that people talk about, because somebody told them no along the way. People, think like, hey, it's gonna be easy. Hey, I know everybody, or hey, everybody's gonna like my product. A lot of people like your product when it's free, but then when you put a price on it, that kind of changed the game too, right?
It does. So we're talking about bringing visions to life. We talk about first making sure that you have a plan, and also having a plan. Sometimes don't be scared or don't be afraid to go back and critique your plan and have to do a pivot. As we know that you were a basketball player, so you had to pivot a lot.
I pivot, yeah. So in business, you definitely have to be able to pivot. You may have to change things. So even like the people, during the pandemic, they had to make pivots. Being able to credit card processor instead of cash, they had to be able to have all of those things in place. Other than that, they couldn't be in business, because it was almost like a cashless society. Everybody had to have a card. People wasn't going to bank and pulling out money. They had cards.
Or how do you transform your business to a digital platform? How do you move from one thing that's not working out to the benefit of your business to the other thing? Sometimes you may have to change around services. Sometimes you may have to change around the programs or the products that you offer to make sure that it fits your customer.
Yeah, because sometimes you can like something and you can think it's a good idea, but you need to be able to check in with your customers every now and then. Because if you have your doors open and you think like, hey, your establishment or the services or the product that you offer, but your customers, by them making purchases or supporting that product, that also confirms that, hey, you may be on the right track. But if people are not doing it, you have to be able to also take the time to be able to find out from your customers why not.
Yeah. And overcoming those trials, like I said, making a pivot is one way to overcome your trials. What's another way that people can overcome their trials, Latasha?
How could they overcome their trials?
Hmm.
Um, they they definitely had to be to keep on going just because something didn't work.
Yes.
All mostly every successful person, even if you think about a person like Tyler Perry, everything didn't work right then and there for them. A person like Steve Harvey, you'll hear all the stories. You'll hear the stories about companies like Walmart and all of those stores. They had trials and tribulation before they got it right. So one thing that I always say, just because something doesn't work for this particular market or whatever, you just have to. I think it's just really tuning into your customers and figuring out, what they like, what type of product and service that they like. So some people maybe like being able to get things, at a discount price, and some people like the beta had luxury. They want a price tag. If it's too cheap, they may think something is wrong with it. So I think just being aware of who you're serving, because you could be serving the wrong market. Maybe you trying to go after people who are like bougie people or whatever. They want discounts too, but they don't want the cheap stuff. They don't want the things that everybody else can have. So
Yes.
you have to understand your clientele.
And with some of my clientele realize that even the people with who are known millionaires, they like to have the same stuff, like you said. They want exclusive, but they also don't want it at top dollar. So they want to see who is competitive out there. So make sure that when you're looking at price points, make sure you do a market survey and that you come out competitive as well.
Right. And then a lot of times also people like the beta see the prices. One thing that I could say, when I went over to Nissan Brown, I liked that he had all of his prices listed.
Nissan Bowie?
Nissan and Bowie had all of his prices listed, so it was no hidden. Like you'll go to a dealership and you have to be like, "What's that car?" And they looking in their book, and they can just say whatever price. Put your price on there, because then you won't feel like somebody's trying to goat you. Whatever. If you saying that I'm gonna give you a discount, how I know you give me a discount and you didn't even have a price on there? So put your price on there. So I like that. I felt comfortable that his prices was on there, and it wasn't like, by me being a woman to be like, oh, I can get her or whatever. Put your price on a vehicle. If you're selling cars, if you're selling clothes, put your price on there. It shouldn't be like, oh, how much I want to sell us today. Be consistent with those things, because people do talk.
Now, in other cases, there may be a service provider type of company, like my company, where we may not list, we don't and they have a price list out there, but we do consultations, and based on your consultation, I'll tell you the upfront price. Now, of course, there's some service providers who like they see certain clients, they may want to go up and down, but I try to remember fair. I think it's also good to have integrity in business.
Yeah, definitely should have integrity, and even if you having a consulting business, you can get paid, per hour, or on how much work it'll take you to be to complete that particular project. So people also, you have to be to make sure you pricing your stuff right, because sometimes you could be under valuing yourself, and then sometimes that'll make you question, like, how in the world he gonna do this for $1,000 and somebody else said it's gonna cost him $5.
Yeah. Well, make sure that also that you're doing, when I talk about doing a market research, know your market, because a lot of times businesses, they fail because they don't know their market, they don't know their customers. Definitely if you're doing a brick and mortar business, because we've seen plenty of times before how businesses go out of sale or they close down because they did not do the proper research on their market or their industry as well.
Right. So I think that's even like with hotels, even like when we shopping. We want to stay in 4 and 5 star places, but we don't want to pay, 4 or 5 star prices, but we still want to pay to stay in something nice. So the main thing, if you think about a hotel, if their place is not full or people not coming, they out of business. So that's the same thing. If you have a product or service that, when you give somebody the price and people, basically saying no, that maybe you may need to reevaluate that price of service to who you're trying to market to.
And also, if you believe that, if you see that you're having a hard time with your customers understanding your prices or questioning your prices, it's always good to provide the benefit of your value. Your product and service, what is the benefit to the value of that product or service that you're providing? Let's say if you're doing media, and you give someone media attention, how much does that usually cost for someone to run an ad or have someone come onto to media? Again, to go back to you doing your market research as well. Go and shop your competitors as well.
Right.
Shop your comps, know what they're offering, know what they're providing, and know what price point they're charging, so that you know that where you fit on the market.
Right. So just to reiterate, we talked about mindset, passion, being persistent, creativity, uniqueness, and determination. Those are the things that, really keep people going. And,
Yes.
We'll be taking a break, I guess, in a few, and being able to, bring on our guests, our guests for today. Because everybody to have a business, sometimes you have obstacles.
Yep.
But you have to be an overcomer of those obstacles.
And we're coming on to the new year as well. So plenty of people are going to have new challenges come up this year. They might be able to launch new businesses. And it's always good to know how to overcome your trials during your business.
Yeah, they may need to have a mentor or a coach, because when the going get tough, you may can't talk to your sister who never had a business, or your brother who never worked for themselves. So you may also, I definitely suggest look for a mentor, look for somebody when the going get tough, somebody that's, been able to overcome a few things, had some type of level of success with their business, so you can have a sounding board when things get tough, for them to be able to tell you, to coach you, to say, hey, get your butt back out there.
Yeah, but I definitely think that you definitely learned some things today on the Get Down to Business show already, and I'm sure if you stay tuning in here,
Yes.
you're going to learn more things for your business. Well, stay tuned for everyone, because coming up next, we have the inspiring owner of Love Story Mobile Winery.
Oh, yeah,
Ms.
love
Lauren
story.
Mathis Cornish, she's ready to share triumphs and challenges she's encountered with pursuing and bringing her ideas to life.
I'm looking forward to that. Yeah,
Yes.
I love stories like that, because everybody always think things are easy, but if you starting something new, it's not easy. Because if it was easy, everybody would be doing it.
And as y'all can see, we have some wine right here. So we're going to be trying some wine today.
Yeah.
I wish I could be here. We don't have a live studio audience, but I can't wait to try some of this wine right here.
I know that's right. I know that's right.
Yeah. And also, YGT is in the house as well. I know you see me and Latasha here, but YGT will be up here next for the next segment as well.
YTB, what, your girl Tosh?
Your girl Tasha.
Yeah,
yes,
she'll
she
be
is
here.
too.
She'll be here, so definitely we look forward to hearing what our girl, your girl, is going to be talking about next. So stay tuned.
Rita by Wallace and Posey. Seize the moment with Rita. Inhale the intimacy. Shop now. Go to our website at wallaceposey.com.
Wonderful. We're here again to another episode of the Comic Genius Show. Sean Sargent. Wow. Gordon Douglas. Miss Wu.
Asian hate, but not just Asian hate, but for the Chinese in particular, we did not get a lot of good press. Okay, there was like a minor cold going around. I don't know if
A article the other day really depressed me. It said most Americans now think we're heading towards some type of civil war. Oh, crushed me. And then I thought of an optimistic thought that I want to share with you fine folks here today. We're not having a civil war, folks. This is 21st century America. And we have exactly 0 people tough enough to endure a civil war. That will.
Smash that subscribe button and hit the bell to be the first to get the new episodes of the Comic Genius Show. It's not just a game show, it's Comic Genius.
Are you ready to get down? Because I'm ready to get down. If you're ready to get down, we'd love to be to hear from you so that you can feature your product and service on our talk show. Let's get down to business. What y'all say? Let's get down. Well, welcome back to the Get Down to Business show. I'm Latasha Ward.
And I'm your girl Tasha, YGT.
Earlier, Sean and myself, we talked about, having the right mindset, having passion, being persistent, being creative when bringing your ideas to life.
Exactly. You and Sean did an excellent job. All right. Cheers up to you guys. And actually, today, our guest demonstrates some of the things that Sean and Tasha talked about when it comes to being persistent, when it comes to having determination and the right mindset. She has demonstrated that over and over again. Additionally, she has dreams that include being a personal wine brand store owner, having her own wine show, being inspired by B. Smith and also Martha Stewart, and owning her own vineyard. So, guys, it's our pleasure to introduce to you Mrs. Lauren Mathis Cornish, the owner of Love Story Mobile Winery. Hey, Lauren.
Hello, how you doing? Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. Okay, you're gonna have to loosen up like that. No,
loosen up. We got some wine in the house.
We don't have no robots in here. You be nervous. You gotta let go up in here, girl. Okay, how was your day?
My day was blessed.
All right. So what we want to do is we want to know a little bit about yourself. Okay. So tell us about who you are, and then also tell us how did you come up with this name, Love Story Mobile Winery.
Well, I am a DC native. I was born in Southwest, raised in Southeast. I'm a wife of 16 years, a homeschool mom teacher of 7 beautiful children, and who just happens to love wine and love tasting wine.
Okay, all right. So what inspired the name?
Well, what inspired the name is my husband and I love story, and also my love for my family history and wine.
All right. And look, did you hear her say 7 kids?
7 kids.
Good Lord,
she have a starting team of 2 subs.
I know, right? I mean, do I dare ask how old you are? No, I won't do that. I won't do that. Okay, I'm not going to do that. So, Tasha, did you hear about the fact that her wine history goes back like 400 some years or something?
Yeah. So, can you tell me a little bit about that? Because I remember, I guess, seeing cartoons, people stomping on grapes and all that different stuff. So, have you ever had the opportunity to be able to participate and see some of those things in your life?
Okay, so my uncle and my grandmother and my uncles and grandmother, they were little winemakers. My grandmother, she would help her brother make dandelion wine, also honeysuckle wine, plum wine, and my grandmother, she is from Virginia and West Virginia, so I was always in the kitchen with her. She's always picking something off the trees or off the vines of our fence and making wine.
Well, hold on.
I know.
Are you talking about like dandelions that be in the grass that the dogs be going to the bathroom on?
You sure can. All you got to do is just pick them. Wash them, but you wash them real good. And also your honeysuckles. You can make wine out of anything. There's floral wine.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so back to the 200 years. You shared with us preliminary that you have over 200 years of history in your family involving wine. So talk to us about that.
So my ancestor Westford, he was the body servant and also gardener, and also the winemaker for Mount Vernon Estates in George Washington.
Okay. George Washington,
George
the
Washington.
president?
George Washington, the president.
Okay, so when you wrote that, I did a little looking up to see who this Westford was.
Westford.
And what's documented on the internet, which is not always factual, is that Westford was the son of George Washington's half brother. Mm-hmm. But your family actually had a DNA test, so no matter what Mount Vernon says, he is the son of who?
George Washington.
I know that's right.
So we talk about George Washington, and then we also learned that George Washington was involved in a lot of agricultural things. And one of the things that he tried to do was to manufacture European wine grapes, but it was a failed attempt. So he never actually had a vineyard, which is your ultimate goal. But they were drinking wine every day because
of Westford.
Because of Westport.
Westport he was stomping them grapes.
He was stomping them grapes. He was making grapes out of anything. Like I said, you can make grapes out of apples. You can make wine out of apples. You can make wine out of strawberries, blueberries, blackberries, anything, any fruit or vegetable. You can make wine from.
And then he passed it down. So what inspired you that you want to have the goal of having a vineyard?
Mm-hmm.
Well, the goal is because winemaking has always been in my family, and I just always wanted something to have of our own, and also I can pass down to our family and build generational wealth for it, but also respecting and honoring my ancestors.
Okay,
that's right. So in doing that, because a lot of times you don't hear like a black person wanting to start like a wine business. So, financially, have you had any financial hurdles in trying to do something like this?
Yes, I have. So in order to in the state of Maryland, in order to start your winery, it actually costs about $1.2 million in order for you to start your vineyard from the ground up. Since we don't have that type of capital or funding at this moment, I went about it a different route, and I became a wine distributor through an MLM company.
Okay. And MLM, you all stands for multi-level marketing. So, I definitely commend you on, getting started. A lot of times, if you all are listening or viewing, sometimes people don't have the $1 million to be to get started, but you can take somebody else's product and get started and build your customer base.
You can take somebody's product and build your base, or you can also partner with a vineyard, a local vineyard that do make wine, and you can make your wine that way as well.
Yeah. So have you found any local vineyards that was willing to partner with you?
I have not found any local vineyards that has partnered with me, but I am partnered with Wine Shop at Home and creating my own.
I know that's right. So just in case y'all may have some space out there, and you want to be able to put some wine on your property, I'm saying this can be a good opportunity, because a lot of times people are looking at ways to diversify yourself. So this could be an opportunity, for them to be able to partner with you with your history, your experience, because a lot of times people, they can have a lot of land and they don't know what to do with it.
Mm-hmm. Well, you know what? That's the beautiful thing. You don't know, but I know, is that Lauren didn't do like other people. Traditionally, other people, if they wouldn't be able to get the capital, they'd be like, the heck with this, I'm not made for this, and it would just kill their dream. But she pivoted. She's using the wine business. Mm-hmm. But recently, she's received a blessing because she don't have to worry about nobody else's property. Because what happened, Lauren? Tell them.
I found my father's family, and I found out I inherited 277 acres of land.
277 acres of land? Glory to God.
77 acres
Glory to God.
Land.
You say you found your father's family.
So my father was dying of cancer 17 years ago, and he went and told me about his biological father who passed away before I was born. And he said, Lauren, I want you to find family because it's something that I want you to have. My father died 2 months later, but I kept searching. And I ended up finding them during the pandemic, and I met them this past summer. And in meeting them this past summer, I found out that I was the heir of 277 acres of land that's been in our family for 222 years. So we are actually also one of the oldest black families, that landowners in the state of Virginia.
So can y'all believe that? So
To God
Love
be all the
Story
glory.
Mobile Winery has a home.
They already have a home, so they don't need land. But she already had a land, so that's it.
She just needs some money.
She needs some money. It'll be a great partnership if you sit on some money and you don't have the land, and her family and history. You know how to be able to make wine out of lemons and apples and
Dandelions.
dandelions.
That the dogs come to the bathroom with.
If you say that one more time, the dog. Who let the dogs out?
Honeysuckles and everything else. Anything that is a fruit or a vegetable, you definitely can make wine.
So tell me, with you doing the wine distribution with the bottles right now, what do you see as the mold for the ideal client for you?
My client is anyone who loves wine. Anyone who loves wine. Anyone who loves to have wine tastings, private wine tastings inside their homes. Joining a wine club and becoming a long-term customer of mine.
Okay, all right. And why would I want to be a long-term customer of you?
I know, that's right.
Okay, so why you would want to be? Because everything that I put out is quality wine, and also I'm giving you the education and the black experience of the wine industry. We all know that the wine industry is dominated by others, but there is a secret but it all started with us.
Okay.
And we
It
have been
started with us,
winemakers.
y'all. I heard that.
We've been winemakers since the beginning of time. The oldest wineries and vineyards come from Africa. Tanzania is actually one of the oldest vineyards that you all can find. And I just wanted to give it back, to bring it back to our ancestors, but also give it back to us and stand up and just say, hey, we can make our own.
Okay, and you have other dreams, as we already talked about. A fashion line. I don't think I mentioned that. I talked about your desire to actually have a store with your own brand of wine and your own chain of stores. We talked about you wanting to have your wine show inspired by B. Smith and Martha Stewart, but you have a vision right now of a fashion line of wine purses. What exactly is a wine purse?
So wine purse is okay. So you know how when we're all out and we have bottles of wine, right, in our hands.
Yes.
So I was thinking of a cute little bag that you can have, very stylish, very fashionable, and you can carry your wines in. And you can carry your wines in. So I created a bag, and we're coming out with the wine bag line. We're just crossing the I's and dotting our T's. We have been circling our bag that we actually just created. This past weekend, we finished, and marketing that hopefully. And
so it's not totally finished. Like I saw it, but she's like being really good. You know how they say, don't tell everybody
let
your
the cat
dream.
out the bag. Yeah.
You know, don't tell everybody your dream. So the pictures that she has put up of it. It's in a dark room. I don't know what she's doing. People are talking about these dark room pictures that she has shown to us. But congratulations on coming to us towards that. So let's talk a little bit more about how you're gonna planning on migrating. Whatever research or preparation have you done for utilizing the land that you've acquired now?
Well, I want part of it to still remain as the farm, a farm in our family. My goal is it's a soybean and peanut farm at this moment. But I really want to turn it into a holistic farm. Part of it, keep it as a holistic farm, but the other part, of course, is having a vineyard and also a black-owned Airbnb, because there are no black-owned Airbnbs in Louisa County.
Okay, so we talk about Airbnb, we talk about the vineyard, we're talking about the farm that's already there.
Right.
We're talking about a whole bunch of black girl magic there.
Mm-hmm.
My goal is to create generational wealth for not only my children, but my future descendants that will come behind me. It is important that we as black people build generational wealth for our families, and also building our nation within the nation so we can truly have freedom.
It sounds like you got it, because half the battle was having the land. You have something that you can develop, that you can grow, and a lot of times it's nothing new under the sun. Like it's another couple that has some land out in Brandywine, that they doing some similar things. So it's always good to be able to see, you have your vision. They have been able to do some things. The place is called Hennessy Creek. So that's black people. So get some land out there, y'all. Maybe you haven't talked to your father or your mother. They may have something for you. So go look for your people. Look for
I
your
always
people.
tell you that land is your wealth. It's cute and it's nice to have a Chanel bag, but you can't pass on a Chanel bag as generational wealth. Your land is your wealth. Your land is the key to freedom, especially for black people.
I know that's right. Owning that land, and then you getting what you said. It's already stuff growing on there, so it's already productive right now.
It's already productive. It's already been cultivated. It's been a successful farm for 222 years. It's just, like I said, I'm the last heir, and now, what do I do with the land? My passion, and that's put wine into the land.
Wow. And you say it's in Virginia?
Louisa and Orange County, Virginia.
Louisa, Orange County, Virginia. Okay. I'm not even exactly sure if I've ever been through Orange County.
It is right by. Orange County is actually right before you get to right after Spotsylvania County. You'll get Spotsylvania County.
Okay.
Spotsylvania County then will turn to Orange County, and then Orange County is Louisa. So they're all right neck and neck. You can't miss it.
So let's just talk a little bit and go back to these wine parties that you have. What exactly you do? I think you mentioned something about doing like cooking classes and teaching people how to make cocktails and things of that nature. Talk about that a little bit for us.
So we do wine tasting. We do wine tasting parties. We do wine and food pairing cooking shows. Cooking parties, and also wine making and wine cocktail making parties. And like I said, you can have as low as 6 friends, up to 20 to 30 friends in your home, or any venue that you like, and we just create and bring the vineyard experience to you.
Okay.
So, I have a question, because I always see people taking a cup and they going like this with the cup. Now, what is that all about? I'm just saying they got their nose all in the cup going like that.
Okay,
and hopefully their nose is
I know,
clean.
like no buggers falling. Like they all like that. They all like that with the cup.
So in wine, there is a thing called the S's. Okay, and so it is the see, smell, swirl, sip, and savor. Okay, so when you see them swirling the wine, when you see them swirling the wine in the wine glasses, that they are aerating the wine and aerating the wine.
You go like this, because I just want to make sure that I'm right when I go out, that I'm not just drinking it like a ginger ale. that you do it right.
So you want to aerate your wine. You want to swirl your wine. You want to let the air breathe, help your wines breathe, so all the aromas can, like I said, it can blossom and explore, and you can get all the goodness the aroma smells that you can get from the wine.
So all this talk about sipping, savoring, swirling, and savoring, I don't know, the S's, I think it's time that we take a break, and when we come back, you need to show us how it's done.
I know, that's right.
All right, guys, so we see you back soon.
Rita by Wallace and Posey. Seize the moment with Rita. Inhale the intimacy. Shop now. Go to our website at wallaceposey.com.
Are you ready to get down to business? because I'm ready to get down to business. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Are you ready?
Always.
Are you ready? Are you ready?
Definitely ready.
Glad that you all are ready to get down to business, because if you ready, I'm ready. Let's get down. Well, welcome back to Get Down to Business. Now, you all heard, our lovely guest, Lauren, talking about how she has been persistent and determined to be able to get to this bottle. That's right. To be able to get to this bottle now. So
This one is a little hard.
this is why we're here today. We are gathered here today
To bless these bottles. And getting one open.
Get one open.
Oh, I'm okay. We're used to this, honey.
She said she's used to this. This is the mobile winery service. Okay.
What we supposed
I'm
to do?
scared of those myself. So talk to us a little bit about the wine.
Okay, so I bought 2 bottles of wine. And the bottles of wine I bought, this is an Above Cabernet Sauvignon. This is also Figurative Metaphor. And so the above, both are California wines. The appellation is Lodi. This one has 13% alcohol, and this one has 10.5% alcohol. And these wines, like I said, this is a classic Cabernet, and this is a wine blend. But I'm going to first, what I always do, is start you off with sweet with our customers.
Now, because some of the guests are just coming back on, you were talking about, Latasha asked you the whole thing about the swirling and stuff. So can you recap on that for us,
Okay.
too, as you do this?
So as I do this, let me get a glass and show you all. Okay.
I've been waiting for this.
Yeah.
Okay.
Fill my cup, Lord.
Okay. So
Yeah.
at the tastings, you pour 2 ounces.
Is this the part where I go like this?
Okay, and I'm going to show you all.
Ooh, I can smell that.
I
How
can
strong
too.
is this?
That is 10.5.
Ooh,
Okay.
how you know?
She said it. I was listening to it. I'm waiting for the one with a little bit more alcohol in it.
Okay. We're going to get that open. Matter of fact, well, can you, if you don't
I'm
mind.
ready for the pro to do it. Okay.
Okay. All right, well,
This ain't like the
so
communion juice
when
right
you
here.
swerve, right?
Oh, yep.
Okay, so you're going to swerve. This is a little different wine glass, but you're going to swerve.
Oh, so
Okay,
you go like this.
you go swirl. Okay, usually with a regular wine glass, we tell you to do the fidget spinner. Be a human fidget spinner. You stick your fingers inside of a glass, and at the stem, and you swirl it. Okay, or you hold it and you swirl it. And the reason why you're swirling it is because you're aerating the wine. Okay, you want to allow the wine to breathe.
Let it breathe.
Okay.
Let it breathe.
And so
We're going to wait until she get with this.
that one is giving us a little trouble.
My baby does this for me usually. This is not my job. Go ahead.
Okay, so you're going to, like I said, you swirl in the wine to allow it to breathe, allow air to get into the wine. And so you also can get the aromas. Now you're going to stick your nose down, okay?
It seems like mine changed smell of that.
Okay, so
So I smelled a nice fruity smell. So
Yeah,
what
I
type of
smell fruit
fruits are
too.
this?
So what you're going to smell in here, you're going to smell lemons. You may have rhubarb, also strawberry, a hint of blueberry,
Yes.
and it's also black currant and also licorice.
Licorice?
Well, actually not licorice, but it's actually cloves. You're going to get the clove scent in it as well.
When we supposed to drink it?
Okay? And so usually we tell you to look up, you look for the clarity, you look up and, you look for the clarity also. Look for legs of the wine. When you have, so there's 2 type of legs you're going to look for. And what
Legs?
Legs, yes.
Where's the legs?
Okay, so legs of wine, meaning the body of the wine. So if you have long legs, if your wine has long legs, that means that it has a lot of body or medium bodied wine. But if it runs down fast, that means that it has no body into the
I
wine.
am over 50 and I've never heard that wine
When you say
has
body,
legs.
where's the
So mean a body, meaning the wine, the fullness of the wine.
Okay.
Okay, and so
So is this a sweet red?
this is definitely a sweet
You
red.
might drink yours?
No.
About to say, I was like, okay, this is definitely a sweet red. Okay, and so you are going to, like I said, you look for the clarity of the wine.
Okay.
But then you also, like I said, you take your smells. You take your sniff your wine.
Yeah, I just smell
Then
it.
you're going to sip. You're going to sip 3 times. So I always tell my
Sip 3
customers.
times.
to
Okay,
sip
so
3
here we go.
times.
Cheers to
To-
finding a home for Love Story Mobile Winery.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
And we're going to sip 3 times.
The first time you're going to get the shock of the wine. Your palate is getting new to getting the new flavors. Okay.
We might not have time to get to the next one.
So I'm asking you all, what do you all taste inside of it? What does it taste to you? Because everybody could be different.
I taste some cherries.
Yeah, definitely taste some cherries. Almost like fruit punch.
It tastes like wild fruits to me.
Wild berries.
Because like while it's sweet, it's not all the way too sweet. So I think that if you have a sugar problem, you might can drink this. But
This is pretty good.
Yeah,
And
it
our
is.
wines are actually vegan wines. We have
This is vegan wine. Okay.
we have vegan wine. So I am plant based myself, but here's I also give people the real deal on wine. A lot of the wines that you find in grocery stores, especially wines such as like Shutter Homes, Whitbridge, and all of those, they have added preservatives. It's it's only a little bit of fruit wine in there, but it's actually chemicals and added preservatives. Our wines are vegan wines. How they're vegan wines is because the sheets or different products that you can make inside the wine can have an animal byproduct. An animal byproduct could be, made from shells of either eggshells or seafood. But we use a non-animal byproduct, and it's all vegan.
Okay, all right. I never even thought about when it comes to finding out if you're drinking wine and it's vegan. Matter of fact, I don't know how many people actually know that because there has been some vegans in my house that have just drunk wine and they've never asked me that question. Now that I think about it, have you ever heard of that?
I never heard of it either.
Me neither.
Yeah, so all wines are not vegan, but a lot of companies are moving towards the vegan route with wines because, of course, people have allergies and stuff like that.
For the vegans out there, y'all hear that?
Vegan, you got some wine.
So you might want to call Love Story Mobile.
So I'm going to allow you guys, because I don't know, you said that one's dry.
This one is definitely dry.
This one tastes really, really, really good.
I'm a dry girl, but I always tell people when I do wine tastings, we start off with sweet first. Well, we start off with our sparkling wines first, then we go to sweet, and then we go to dry. Okay? And so
I think that somebody stole a glass.
I'll let her, Latasha, do that.
Oh, somebody. We only had. We only had. I don't like dry.
I'll let her.
I like
do that.
sweet.
Okay.
You're not gonna taste it?
Okay, sure.
Just try it.
Like
Let
this.
Latasha do it.
I gotta do this
Let me
again.
do
I
it.
gotta
Let
let
her
it
and Latasha
swirl.
do it.
She alright. We the ones that gotta tell her what it
I done
tastes
swirled
like.
too
Oh, well,
much.
this is one of my favorites.
Now, is this how dry is this wine?
Tasha
Okay.
is making a mess in here. Okay.
So this is actually a dry. It's a dry wine, but it is a smooth dry wine. But this is for like in advance. If you are a beginner, this may be a little bit too dry or tart for you. But I do. Cabernet is actually one of my favorites.
Question.
I told
That is
her
the dry. She is the sweet.
I am not a dry person. The smell, oh my God. I don't know how y'all do it. Lord, save me, honey. Save me.
Question for you.
This one definitely smells
For people who are getting into wines, and so what for beginners, you would recommend that you do a sweet wine.
So when I start out with wine tasting, so when you have a beginner wine drinker, we start out with the sparkling. We start out with the dry first, and then you move on to the the dries. Now they have beginner dries as well, such as Merlot, Pinot Noir. There's also different red blends. I want to say. Well, no, a Bordeaux is more on the that's way on the dry spectrum.
Can you tell us what makes the wine dry though?
What makes the wine dry is the tannins. It's the tannins of the wine, and also how long the wine has been sitting and fermenting inside of
Yeah,
the
this
wine.
wine been sitting, y'all.
The longer it sits, longer it sits and
It's
it
been
ferments.
sitting.
Yeah. So a classic Cabernet Sauvignon, it would sit for like 4 to 5 years
Yeah, this one has
inside
been
of a
sitting.
barrel.
Wow.
And this wasn't the kind of wine that Jesus had at the party.
This is definitely probably what Jesus was making. Jesus
Jesus
was making,
ain't had
turning
that
water
one.
into wine.
So tell me, so you said a dry oil, because our communion wine.
Your communion wine is Manny Chevrolet's.
Give me sweet red for communion.
He in church with a special request for the wine
bread,
guy.
So usually with church wines, they do give you a sweet wine.
Okay. It is.
And
sweet,
usually,
yeah. 'Cause I was gonna say this one tastes like this.
Sweet Jesus, sweet wine.
sweet Jesus is sweet wine. Amen to that.
You a roll. We gotta pray for you.
But usually they with communions they usually have like a Jewish type of wine, like many
Okay.
Shepherd's wine. Those that is a Hanukkah. Well, the wines that they usually drink during Hanukkah or Shabbat.
Okay, so now look, what we haven't talked about, if someone is interested in experiencing a wine tasting or talking to you, attending one of your classes or something, they should reach you by your phone number, right?
Yes, 202-746-3462. 202-746-3462.
All right. Let's see. Any other questions that you guys have there?
Question: if I send one of the classes, do you also teach how to make wine?
I do.
Okay, great.
All right.
I do.
So when you
Sweet
sign
red.
up-
Sweet red.
Okay.
If you want a sweet red, if you want a orange Moscato, if
Ooh,
you
orange
want
Moscato,
a
that
strawberry,
sounds
Orange
if you want a
Moscato.
strawberry wine, if you want, yes, you can make wine out of mangoes
Son, you
and
should have her come
watermelon.
and be one of your vendors this
Yes.
this Saturday if she available.
Cross up and shop.
Oh, so what do we have going on? We got some events going on. What's going on this
Yes,
Saturday?
on this Saturday at
at
Fast Eddie's from 11 to 3 p.m. We have a sip and shop going on right there on the Allentown Road across the street from the Andrews Air Force Base. Come on and shop. I know some of you might have some last minute gifts you want to get for your family, for your spouse, for your side piece. You can get it all there
The
at the
side
sip and
piece.
shop this Saturday at Fast Eddie's.
Okay, and you still accepting vendors?
We are still accepting vendors.
And
yes.
how would they?
And now, because unfortunately there has been some scams going on,
Scams.
all vendors will be paying the day of the event.
So if they want to be a vendor, they're paying the day of the event.
Yes, so
So
we're
talk about the scams that's going on, because of course
So-
we recommend we represent the DMB Black Owned Business Group.
Yes.
And we
Right,
try to
right.
protect the community.
Yes,
guys.
we try to protect
So
y'all.
we get a lot of complaints. Lauren is actually one of the members of the group.
Thanks for
So
being a part, Lauren.
Let's talk about these scams that are going on.
there are people who are sharing the flyer for the DMV Black for our shop and sip flyer that's coming up for this Saturday, and saying that they're doing the event, or they're saying that if you want to get more details, they'll go under a post of the flyer and say, hit me up for more details or send me an inbox message. If it was not posted by me, my number is on the flyer as well.
Right.
You can reach out to me directly. Or if it's not coming from Elevate by SMW, which is the logo that's with a flyer, then don't believe it.
Don't believe the hype.
The payments will be made directly to Elevate by SMW. Where I'm an official LLC, so payments will go directly to my business merchant services account. So that's why I said what I've done. I've stopped all payments. All payments will be done the day of. So all vendors who are coming to be a vendor, you can make your payment the day of using your credit card.
I know that's right. He gonna swipe. He gonna take them payments.
Wow. Okay.
All right.
That's a little bit scary, because
Yes,
then you
it
don't really
is.
know. You really don't know who are the vendors that are going to actually show up. They could manipulate the phone number on the flyer, and so y'all need to stop.
Yeah, they really do need to stop.
Y'all just
Yeah, and then also
y'all need to stop.
YGT.
Yeah.
This the other thing that got me. You have people who will hit you up and say, "Well, I've been scammed," showing indiscrepancies within their scamming. So you have people who are who are being scamming that they got scammed.
they the
So they come to the
scammers.
event for free.
So let's talk
No,
about it.
well, I can definitely share that my daughter has participated in vendors, and she was actually scammed. She paid and she showed up, and the person who actually did the event, said, hey, I never received payment from you. The flyer looked the same, but then she showed, my daughter the discrepancy. A person had changed the phone number. So we went on and paid for her to still be able to participate in it. And then I ended up going after the scammer to make sure that she couldn't scam me. I found her. I'm saying, you don't hurt my baby. So yes, so she scammed no more. Yeah.
So now that makes me think about it. Is that you have a broader base with even trying to or ideas of creating events. You had talked about doing a wine festival or something.
Yeah, I wanted to do a wine festival. It's been on my heart to do it for a while, but like I said, it takes time to build, it takes time to build, and so that is still in the works. That is still a part of the dream. I understand all about the scamming, cause honey.
So let me ask you this: are you open to possibly partnership with people like? Companies that can help you connect and get to, other people. We can have a shop tank, to really, build around what you all are doing, what
I'm definitely open to, like I said, to having vendors, sponsors, sponsors to join, because I know little old me can't build it by herself.
Okay, so you're open.
Yeah.
So y'all may be out there. Y'all may be sitting on some money and just trying to figure out what to do with it. Just definitely sounds like a good place to put your money.
And we have and since we do have the land, because I want to do the wine. I did want to do it in PG County, but now that I do have the land of my my ancestors, I do want to bring it there.
I
So
think that's smart.
So the purpose of the Get Down to Business group is that actually we want to help encourage and lift up and help polish business owners. Is there anything that you see that we can assist you with?
Anything? Like I said, this is just I'm a dreamer. But I'm about putting my dreams and making them into reality. Like I said, I'm just a little girl from Southwest Greenway Projects in Southwest DC, who just has a dream of just building something for my people. And any way I can get help, because I believe we're not all perfect as business owners. We all have our flaws. We all can take our customers' viewpoints, advice, to build us, to make us better. Because I'm building this not only for my family, but for all of us. And my customers is my life source. You all is what keep us alive and keep food on the table and keep the lights on. And anything that you all can give me back, I'm here to receive it.
Okay.
Yes.
But definitely, we would like to beta, at the end of the show, see if we can follow up with you. We do have a lot of people within, the DMV Black Business Group that may be able to, contribute, to be to help, bring this thing to fruition. Having 278 acres of land, definitely, it's a part of God's plan, definitely for you. I'm saying, because who just stumbles on or come across, and somebody have land waiting for you.
Who in their wildest dreams to find out, like I said, I'm a little girl from Southwest DC, who's been through a lot, and I'm a daddy's girl, and my daddy's last words was to find. This is your grandfather's name. His name is Taylor Roosevelt Quarles. Find him. We come from free people of color, and we have a farm, and just staying fast and finding them, and being able to hug them, being able to cry with them, but also being able to be shown your land and say, this is what we was leaving to you. You're the last.
So, Lauren, you found your cousins.
Lauren,
This is the cousin right here.
Yeah, we found that out today. She's a part of the Quanda family.
They're talking before the show, and come to find out that they are actually related. I mean, it's just like a small world how things happen.
It's Divine's plan.
Yeah, yes. I say definitely. Yeah, so definitely we got down to business today, y'all.
I was gonna say, Lauren, you also do a lot of things for social media as well. That makes you an influencer as well. So make sure that you can find like someone who can help you with your influencing, being a brand ambassador for things as well. Like you do your wine, you may want to look into other products that go along with the wine that you can be a brand ambassador for as well.
Right. Yeah,
That is the dream.
She taught me how to swirl today. I'm gonna be swirl.
That is the dream, and that is the goal.
Yeah.
Okay, so we were having a little bit of chat because in trying to put in place something now, I envision like a little bit of a do-it-yourself, sprucing up, Tasha, that we can maybe help Lauren with because she's utilizing her current home to create like what she calls
My wine cabin.
her wine cabin.
Okay, wow.
So, she has some dreams about sprucing it up, but she needs some help with some people. And I think that we can pull out a paintbrush and some decorating and do some things around the wine cabin. Tell us what happens at your wine cabin and what type of clientele level are you serving at the wine cabin?
So, at the wine cabin, like I said, we do wine tastings. We do private wine tastings, happy hours, paint and sips, wine and candle making. We do date night events, also karaoke, and also we do pool parties as well. Like I said, we bought our home. We've had it for 9 years now, but what we have is it was already there before. We bought the home, and it's in need of work. It's in need of work, and we're working on it. I just trying to figure out the vision of where I want it to be. So anywhere that I can get help with making that come true, because like I said, it's my baby. This is how I started it. I started it in my wine cabin. Just build it off of love of wine and history and black love.
And and what I want to say. That when I said that you embody the things that people have overcome, Lauren is willing to take messy action. That's my favorite word now. Taking messy action means that things don't have to be perfect.
Right.
When you have people who are dying with their dreams, taking their dreams to the cemetery, not taking any kind of steps because they want to see the top of the stairway, that's not what she's doing. That's the reason why she's positioned the way that she is. And that's also probably the reason because she's operated within God's will, that he's positioning her for her greatness. So she don't gotta get ready. She will be through the hurt and the stumbling that she's gone through, the nights of her crying at night because dreams are not coming through. She would have already went through that so that she can appreciate more and she can be an inspiration for someone out there like yourself that may be worried about or hesitant in starting your own business. So Lauren, we appreciate you so much for coming out today.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you all as well.
Remember guys, it's the Down to Business Show. We here every Wednesday.
Let's get down, y'all.
At 8 p.m. Let's get down to business. Hey, representing Black DMV businesses. Y'all hear our new song?
Yes.
Listen to our song. We got to learn the words.
Get down to business.
But anyway, goodbye, guys.
Goodbye. See y'all next week.
Happy holidays.
Happy holidays.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, y'all. Merry Christmas.
Ayy, get down to business. Yeah, we get down to business. Kick your head up. Ayy, get down to business. Yeah, we get down to business. Kick your head to elephant. Focus on legacy building. This the show that you need. You want a business? Follow me. Black business owners repping for the DMV. Ayy, Natasha, YGT, Denise, and Sean here to help. Invest in yourself, building generational wealth, information and insight. Take your business to new heights. So tune in, don't you miss it. It's time to get down to business. Let's go.